Now this video will cover about how to, what sort of modeling error example that you will face and how to fix them. So with this I will introduce you to several new tools to help you do some fixes. Okay, alright, so let's create a cube and let's make it bigger and bring it up, and on the input on the channel box it's going to add a bit of a dimension here, about 3 by 3 by 3. Okay, now so the first error that usually newcomers will face is when you're doing extrude, right? When you do extrude, you want to select, let's say, this this 9 quad, and you can just use this or selection tool and then just select like this. Yeah, it does do the job, but if you look on the back, it's actually selecting the back also, so the back face. So you should hold control and unselect whatever is not necessary to be selected. So these are common by newcomers. So what usually happen is when they do this, they didn't check the behind, and then they just apply, let's say, extrude, when they just go to edit mesh and extrude, and then when they do that, and then they realize what the hell is going on. Alright, and oh, it's like a mess. Alright, so of course, if you straight away realize this, quickly undo a few times. Okay, this I undo one time just now. It's still not fixed yet because the surface is still extended. You see that surface there? Let me just pull some of this. You'll see that it's extruded, right? So you need to undo a couple of times and just test. Yeah, that's not extruded. Okay, so just be careful on that. So another thing is understanding about the extrude. See, if I click this and I want to extrude, these are another mistake that student will make, newcomers will make. They select the face and then they want to extrude, right? So but then they wanted to navigate around, but they accidentally click outside like that. So oh, no worries, I will extrude again. So then what they do is they extrude, right? So they extrude, okay, and then they extend the surface. It looks fine, right? But without them knowing, they have actually more surface already extruded here. So if I were to select these faces and move it up, you will see there's another face here, because this is because what happened before this. Alright, and even you see it's normal like this, and when you hit number 3 to preview, number 3 is for preview is the best way to detect any surface error. Okay, you notice that it's like this. Where does this come from? This is actually from the extruded face that is at the same level, okay, at the same spot down there. So now what do? Either you undo your mistake many times, or maybe you have done some other things, but you realize that, oh, this is a problem. When you come back to this model, this part, after modifying other parts, then it's too late to undo. So how do you fix this? Okay, so how to fix this is like a doctor removing a cancer. So you select this, you move it up, right? And then you notice, okay, there's more. Okay, no, there's no more, right? When you do like that, you see the rest get pulls up, which means it's already no more. So how to do this is, of course, remove the cancer. So how do you remove a cancer? Just remove it and delete, right? So but then it leaves you a patch of holes. So how do you patch the holes when you have one? Okay, yeah, same like removing a cancer. Once you remove a cancer, it will relieve a scar, right? So how do you patch this up? Now to patch this up, I'm going to show you one new tools. It's under the mesh tools, and it's called append to polygon tool. These tools are used to patch holes, to patch things up, or to create a surface on an empty open edges. So this is what you call an open edges lah. The edges is open, there's no face fill inside here. This is a face, the edges that is fill, that have a face fill inside. This one don't have, so it's called open edges. Then you go to use the append to polygon tool, and how you're going to do this is select the one of the edge like this. Then you see like a paper plane showing where you can connect. Now of course obviously you want to connect opposite, so it closes out like that, because if you choose this one then it will close a triangle. Okay, but right now it is still not confirmed yet because there's a red color here. Until I hit enter, it will finalize it. So I want to so let's say I choose, okay, I did a mistake, I want to cancel, so just hit escape one time, and then you restart again, because your tool, see, you are still using it. See, your mouse cursor is also still active, so you just continue selecting again and then choose the opposite, and then once you confirm, just look around first and then hit enter. This patch the holes. Okay, another common mistake while using this tool, okay, again here, is when you click that and then you accidentally wrongly select the wrong edges. You think you're selecting these edges, but you're selecting the one down there. Then it will create this kind of mess, like what's going on here. But to quickly, once you know something is wrong, just hit escape, and then make sure you have a nice comfortable angle to choose from, and then click on that and enter. Okay, that's how you can patch a hole. So this is just one hole in the middle, it's quite easy. So let's try several holes. Okay, so go to face, select this both, and how do I patch this up? When I let's make it harder a bit. So how do I patch this hole up? Alright, so to patch this hole up, same thing, you can use the insert edge loop, the append to polygon tools, and click. You have to do yeah, this is a mistake. So click, carefully select, enter. But once you hit enter, it exits the tools, so you have to recall the tools again. Just click again here, or hit the G, because our last used tool is the append to polygon tool. So then I can continue. Alright, and then I can G and select that and enter. So hit number 3 to see whether all the surface is correct, there's no error. Okay, now another way to fix a problem here, there are a few ways to do one thing actually. So that is using the append to polygon tool. Another way is to use the bridge. Remember I show you the bridge. Another shortcut key on the shelf here is here, if I'm not mistaken. This is bridge. So edge, you need to use edge mode for this. So edge, select this edge. You can do one by one, or you can do in a group. So hold Control Shift and then click on the partner of the edge. Now the important thing is you must have equivalent edge for both the opposite, right? So let's say this is 1, 2, 3 edge, so the bottom one should be 1, 2, 3 edge. So then it knows where is the partner. And if you want to do a clean operation for this, then you go to the edit mesh, and then you see bridge. Just click that. There you go. Boom. It kind of bridge it up. Okay. So again, number 3, to check everything is smooth, and yeah, that's how you kind of fix the thing. Okay. Let's say another kind of problem if you face, let's say this one, right, or maybe here, you accidentally extrude, right? Again, same thing, newbie mistakes. You click outside, you're seeing everything is okay, but when you hit number 3, boom, what the hell is that, right? There's a bump, there's a lump, a cancer. So how do you fix that? You know, like what I mentioned just now, you can just pull it out and delete these faces and patch the holes up, or what you can also do is merge the vertices that are closer together. See, the vertices are basically quite on top of each other. They are really like on top of each other, on point. So what I can do is I can merge these vertices so that it kind of unite them as one. So I go to vertex, I select, let's say, a bunch of this. Don't worry, you can select more than what you need. It is safe. Then you go to the edit mesh, and then you see merge, not merge to center, but merge. So merge have this option here. Click on the option window. Okay, I will set to reset the tool. So the moment you are freshly open, you will have these settings here. Now, what does this means? Let me open something here, the Epic Pen, so that I can draw annotation here. Okay, so threshold. What is threshold? Let's start from there first. So threshold is actually the concept is let's say this is the two vertex. Okay, two vertex on the 3D space. Threshold is the search distance by the measurement of the unit of 1 unit equals to 1 centimeters. Okay, so let's say this is you know, it's further apart, you know, don't know how much, right? So let's say 0.01 is, let's say the search distance will be around about this, let's see, about this big. Let's say these are the search distance from the center. From this center it's searched like that. So if I click merge, then so let's say wait, you must select the vertex first, right? So these are the two vertex. I want to select it and I want to merge it. Okay, then but because my threshold is too small, the search distance in radius is this big, it will not merge them together. Okay, so I need to increase my threshold if I want to see that merge. Okay, so that one I will show later in a bit more clear clear examples lah. Okay, so if you increase this, then the search distance will become bigger, and if it's the vertex, if the selected vertex are within the radius of the threshold, then the selected vertex will merge together. It will merge here. Okay, so let's see how it works there. Right, so I know that the vertices, they are really on top of each other, they are so close, so I don't have to worry. This amount is enough. Now the always merge for two vertices. Now this is a funny thing. If you have this turned on, you know, I have these two vertices on top of each other, these two vertices on top of each other, these two, you know, there are more than two vertices. So if I have this merge two vertices, I know that there are two vertices here, but let's say if I want to merge more than two vertices, you will not allow to do that. Okay, let's just click and let's just use the default setting here. Let's merge. Okay, you see anything happen? Let's hit number 3. See, everything is okay, right? Because and everything is patched. There's no, you see that it kind of fix it. Okay, so now let's take a look at the merge a little bit more deeper. So what it does just now is it just merged all that, and then you know, all the extended faces that you accidentally extrude become one. Okay, I'm gonna pick on this one, and let's have something more. Let's have something more closer. I'm gonna use the multicut, and yeah, multicut can also add just a vertex. If you just want a vertex, just click and enter, click and enter. Okay, this is a good example here for merge. Okay, let's see. So I'm gonna merge this by using the merge tool. So selecting, hold Control Shift and select all these three to merge it as one. Now what I need to do is you go to the edit mesh and then go and choose the merge, right? So the default, right, I'm just gonna reset this. So let's try and merge this. So when I hit apply, it will apply the merge, but nothing happened, right? So what happened here is because the search distance is 0.01. It could be, because we cannot see it clearly here, is the search distance for each vertices is too low. 0.01 is maybe like this, so it cannot detect its friend, you know. So what I need to do is you need to increase the search distance to a bit more bigger. So let's say 0.5 and hit apply. There you go, it merged, right? So you can also merge, let's say if this and this, if 0.5 can reach that, then yeah, so basically 0.5 is really huge number. Okay, So that's how you can do it. Let me just undo this. Right, so that is basically how you can merge things up. The next part is merge to center. So let's say I'm selecting all 4 of these and I want it to merge to center. So where is the center? Center is this here. So I can go and choose edit mesh, merge to center, then it will straight away merge. It doesn't have a threshold. It doesn't matter where you're selecting. So see, I say I'll select this one. I'm not sure whether this will work. Let's select this and see how it goes. But I think it will merge. So merge to center. See, it will merge, but this will create a surface error that is really problematic to fix. Right? So it doesn't matter. There's no search distance. It's just that whatever vertex you select, you say a bunch of these, and then you merge to center, it will just merge them up like that. Okay. So that is merge to center, and then the merge that I already explained to you just now. Okay. Another type of merging of vertices is another that you can find is here under Mesh Tools, Target Weld. So let's click Target Weld. So the Target Weld tool is on. So how do you do it is, let's say if I want to merge this vertex to this vertex, but I want this vertex to actually merge and move it over there. So this is how you do it. So once you select and activate the tools like this, click and hold your left mouse button on the vertex you want to, let's say this A and B. So I want the A to go to the B. So click and hold the A, and then don't release your mouse, and then release it at the one you want, which is the B here, and then let go. Release your mouse. See, it will merge it over there. So let's say this one, I'm not sure it will work. Yes, it will work, but a surface error happens over there. Okay, so say I want to merge this to this, but it is a one-to-one, A to B, A to B. Okay, but you can also use H component if you want to use the target weld. Say I want to merge, let's say I want to merge this edge to this edge. See, you can also merge it like that. Alright, so that is the target weld. So what I've shown you so far is the use of the two merge type, and another one is the target weld, which is another merge, and then obviously the append to polygon to patch holes up a bit. Alright, last part about this is how do you remove additional faces or additional components. Okay, for example, I select this loop of edges, and let's say I want to remove this. I don't need this loop, or maybe I insert a multi-cut, insert edge loop here, then I decide I don't actually need this loop. So how do I remove this loop? So to remove is, of course, go to the edge mode, select the loop now, and then if you hit enter, okay, let's adjust the width here a little bit lah. So the shape already modified. Okay, let's say I decide I don't like this curve, right? So I need to remove this edge. So when you select the loop here and then you hit the delete on the keyboard, look what happened. It does remove the edge, but the shape should be straight, right? Should be straight, but no, it doesn't. Why? Because the vertex is still there. You are not removing the vertex. See, if I'm in the vertex component now, you will see the vertex is still there. So you have to end up manually select the vertex and delete the vertex like so to fix it. But there is a faster way to do this, so I'm going to undo. Right, so I'm going to select this loop, and to delete permanently the edge and also the vertex, you need to click on the backspace. Sorry, you need to hold Control alternate backspace. Yeah, Control backspace. So you need to hold Control and then backspace. Alright, Now just by tapping backspace is not enough, it still do the delete. So if you want, again, control backspace, this will remove the vertex and also the edges. So you see there's no more edges over there. That's how you can do the cleanup. Yeah, same thing if you have additional you want to remove some vertex, you can select the vertex and delete, but like this kind of vertex you can't delete just like that. See, even the edge you can delete, but the vertex is not easy to delete. So if you have this kind of problem, you want to rebuild this back, so just use the multi-cut tools and just click this and click another edge and hit enter. This will rebuild back the shape and form of it. Okay, so that's how you do some repairing of things there. So last thing, let's do some I'm going to do some challenge here on how if I delete like a bunch of this, and how do I patch this up. Okay, then we can finish this video. So I'm going to delete this. Oh, it's a mess. So how do I fix that? Okay, it's not going to be as perfect as before, but yeah, it kind of get the job done. So this will introduce you new method as well. So I'm going to select this edge. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use extrude by holding shift and then pull on the direction I want. I can extend the surface. See, I'm extruding the edge. I'm not extruding the face, I'm extruding the edge just now. That's what I'm doing. Then I need to do some adjustment here to make sure that it's on top here, and then the rest so this is the new thing that I showed you just now. This is the new thing that I'm showing you, sorry. So yeah, this can be done with just a simple bridge, right? So bridge, and then just choose bridge, edit mesh, bridge, done. But there is a problem here, because when I do that, the edge here doesn't merge. You see there's a koyak there, right? If I hit number 3, you can see some pinch there, some unsettling pinched on this side. So after you investigate what's the problem, and then when I move, oh, there's a koyak here, right? So is there another koyak? No, right? Now how do I patch this up is simple. I pull this already, right? Detect the problem here, so I can use a target weld. There's a few ways you can do this. You can use the merge, or you can just use the target weld. So I'm gonna weld this to this. Then I have no more problem on this surface anymore. See, it's nice and clean. Right, so that's how roughly the common thing, that how to fix, what kind of tool to use, and yeah, and hopefully you can avoid the problems. But usually you are bound to face that problem, but that's a learning process, like you won't learn if you don't make mistake. But at least now I'm showing you how you can kind of approach and how to like fix the problem. So okay, see you guys in the next other videos. Bye bye.